Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan and I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm based here in the US. I decided to start this YouTube video to talk about everything healthcare, everything nursing, and a little bit about everything from time to time. So as you can tell from today's video, we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of being a nurse practitioner. I am a doctorate prepared nurse practitioner and I have been practicing for a little bit over a year now, and I have a little bit of a grasp of what are the pros and cons of being a nurse practitioner. I'd like to start with the cons and then we can segue to the pros. That way we can end on a good note. So I have a little bit of a note that I've been reflecting on so I don't forget my thought process and things that I really want to share. So we'll start by the lengthy education. After becoming a registered nurse, either you are an associate's prepared, you will have to have a bachelor's degree in order to apply to any graduate school. There are two paths to becoming a nurse practitioner, either a master's degree or a doctorate degree. Personally, I had to go to 4 more years of education to become a nurse practitioner. So that's a lengthy education journey. So adding all that up, becoming an associate's degree, registered nurse, that took me about 3 years. And then 3 more years to getting a bachelor's degree, and then 4 more years to get my doctorate degree. So it is a lengthy journey, and there is educational costs to that that we'll be segueing into. But at the end of all that, you have to sit for a board exam, which is also very stressful. In order to become a nurse practitioner, you have to pass your state board exam so that you can be registered in the state that you're working in. So that's another con, but depending on if this is a journey you want, it's a pro because you'll end up doing what you love. Number two is the student loan. Depending on how you're financing your education, you will get out with an amount that you will have to pay back. I personally am paying back a student loan. I don't mind it. I wish it wasn't the fact, but it's a choice that I made and I enjoy what I do. So you have to think about these things while you're considering becoming a nurse practitioner, that there will be a cost at the end of it all. But you have to weigh that ahead of time and know, is this exactly what you want to do, so you can find satisfaction in the area that you practice in. The other con is the working hours. This is very varied based on where you're working. As a registered nurse, you have the opportunity to do 12 hours, 3 days a week, or 3 hours, no, 3 days a week, or you can work every weekend, and you have the flexibility of choosing the hours that you want to work. As a nurse practitioner, depending on the area that you work in, you'll find that you're working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or you are picking up extra calls after you work, or you're rotating weekends, or you're on calls on the weekends. So this is dependent on the area that you're practicing in. I personally work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So as much as it's a good working hours, you find that these are the times when businesses are open and you have appointments and you're not able to make it to those because you have obligations from your work. So you have to work around it, make time, ask for time off so you can meet those demands of your personal life as well. The other con is the liability. The more responsibility you have, the more liability you'll have to have, because now you're in a role where you are making those treatment plans, you are ordering medications that are a treatment plan for different patient population that you're serving. And with that comes liability, your decisions, you're making key critical decisions in a patient's health, And those are opportunities for liability to be presented. So that's a con. And the high stress level in the profession in itself. There's a lot of demands from organizations to produce in terms of revenue. And with that comes the high revenue that you generate by the number of patients you see based on the area that you're working in. And also, you might find that you are working after hours. You are finding ways to continue to educate yourself. You are staying on track to your certificates. You have to renew your registered nurse licensure, and you have to renew your NP licensure. You have to stay on top of your education CME hours, that you're meeting those goals so that when you're audited, you have met those specific requirements. For example, they introduced an 8-hour DEA requirement for all providers. So that's another piece that you have to add on to your practice. Not only is it a con, but you're keeping yourself up to date with the current practice that your patients need. And healthcare is ever evolving, research is ever evolving. So you find that you're constantly looking at research, you're looking at up to date. And if you have those resources, not only is it a con, it's a pro, because you're able to provide the best care to your patients. So, segueing now to the pros of becoming a nurse practitioner. So, if you're considering becoming a nurse practitioner, these are the pros to being one. The opportunity to making a difference. You're in the front line of making those key critical decisions for your patients' health and well-being. They trust you. The patient population and the patients that you serve trust that you are making the right decisions for their health. When patients come to you, they're not in their best state of health, and you have that opportunities to make a difference in their health and help them navigate that piece that you have knowledge of. And you have the opportunity to work with the best. You have the opportunity to consult with specialty area providers that can help you navigate your area that you're not able to provide the care, and refer them when they really need that referral. So it's a great opportunity in itself to making a difference in population health. And the general population understands the benefits that nurse practitioners provide in providing care to diverse patient population. I feel like this is a valuable profession. And now to the scope of practice, segueing there, the pro is the scope of practice that you have to broaden your horizon. For example, when you're a nurse, you are receiving orders to, provide for the patients the items or resources that are written for the patients. But now, as a nurse practitioner, you have that opportunity to meet the patient's need where they are, and to provide that direct care and give them the resources immediately without having to bypass so many areas. So your scope of practice changes. You are able to do more, and you're able to meet patients' need when they really need it. And the longevity, that's another pro. The longevity of our profession. Nursing is ever growing. You have the opportunity to specialize in different areas, to move in different specialty areas. For example, they're seeking nurse practitioner, mental health nurse practitioners, and they are providing education opportunities for reimbursement depending on where you are working. So you're able to be a by provider, where you are licensed in two different specialty areas. You can be a family nurse practitioner and mental health nurse practitioner at the same time. So that's the beauty about it, the opportunity to diversify your practice. And the other pro is the competitive pay. Based on the area that you're working, you will earn more than what you used to earn as a registered nurse. Of course, there are nurses who earn more than nurse practitioner. Maybe they are traveling nurses, maybe they are working overtime and meeting those gaps in revenue, and you're able to earn, if not the same, more than a nurse practitioner. And that goes to understanding what is it you're looking for. If you're only looking for pay, then I think that is not the path that you'll be choosing to go to becoming a nurse practitioner. There is a special area of practice that you seek when you become a nurse practitioner, because you have it in your heart to do more and to provide more care to a patient population. So that's the beauty and the pro to becoming a nurse practitioner. And another pro is the hours. It might be a con, as I stated before, working Monday through Friday, but there are areas where you can choose to work 3 days a week in the emergency department or in urgent care. There is hours that can be flexible, or you can even work part-time as a nurse practitioner. So there is the flexibility of it. And also you can work from home. There are telehealth opportunities where you can have that flexibility that you're looking for. So when I created this platform, I just wanted to have opportunity to speak on my experiences. I've been a nurse practitioner for a little bit over a year, and I can tell there is opportunities to grow. There is opportunities to make a difference. There is enjoyment in your practice. It's also stressful, but you have an extra responsibility for your patients, so it's on you. I remember the first time I was working as a nurse practitioner, and I had to place that first order, and I was told, okay, this is your patient, this is what they're coming in for. What are you going to do? So I had to look around. Oh no, it's just me. I have to make this decision. So we'll be talking about how to transition your mindset from becoming a nurse, from being a nurse to being a nurse practitioner. It's a switch in the mindset where you have a better understanding of your responsibilities and how you need to navigate that with your patients, how to provide that patient education, how to get your resources, and how to follow up on the things that you're supposed to do for your patients, and just having a work-life balance, which is a constant struggle for not only me, but for some of the peers that I work with. So if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, share, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.